Is this a beautiful, sexy lady?
Carl.
Does this sound like a beautiful, sexy lady?
Maybe.
Carl, they're not supposed to do that. That kills people.
Oh God, not that. The fucking llama shit or the unicorns or whatever.
Well, I learned two
No
things
idea.
today.
One.
One, that I eat hands.
What the fuck?
What?
So,
You ever seen llamas hats? Or llamas with hats?
No.
Oh, you're gonna fucking learn today, boy.
I don't know what that is.
Isn't it?
Alright, so who's starting it?
I'm gonna start it. So you're Carl.
Yeah.
You're recording, correct?
Now I am.
I'm just confirming that you're gonna do the recording for now.
Oh,
Correct?
yes.
All right, cool. So everyone's ready?
And that
Yeah.
isn't that the one with the Charlie the Unicorn too?
No, but I think it's by the same people, but yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Hello everyone, welcome to our newest episode of Shoot This Shit Saturday. It is I, obviously 2003. I am joined with Espionage DB7.
Charlie, you look quite down with your big sad eyes and your big fat frown. The world doesn't have to look so gray.
Moving on.
Charlie, when your life's a mess, when you're when you're feeling blue.
Hey.
And we're here with and we're here with special guest Carl, all the way from Springfield.
Carl,
Okay.
what's your last name?
It's just connection in general. Just so you know, people, he's having some connection problems, so you may not hear him have for the entirety of the episode.
That is not a connection problem. That is a special coded messages. Only the people with the particular cipher will be able to understand.
Call STSS bullshit. That is actually a connection problem.
All the Transformers got that one.
See?
Oh, that kills people.
See, if he can reference the hats with llamas, I can reference Charlie the Unicorn, which is what I did. And yes, I am Espionage DB7.
We're off to a roaring start.
Anyway, what's up?
How's everyone doing?
I'm good. I'm happy that we've got the Fallback Friday back launched, and that this is our last shoot the shit before October, and plenty of stuff planned for October, ghost stories for shoot the shit, horror games, so I'm very excited about that.
Yes, it's a favorite time of the year, or specifically October, my favorite time. So
It's the most horrible time of the year.
It's wonderful. What are you talking about?
Oh, I meant it.
Horrifying.
Fine, horrifying.
There you go.
But anyway, yes, we got some pretty big plans for Halloween. I'm hoping everything goes as we want. We had a little bit of it last year. We played some horror games, but didn't do as many or as much as we wanted. So definitely hoping that this year will see us have a much better impact and much.
right, this time last
And
year.
just because you said that, I'm going to exclusively stream non-Halloween games,
And-
just to make me mad.
No, and you do that, and you're out of here. I'll get off the vent, or I'll have you banned. I will delete your
has no
videos.
power.
I have all the power. I will delete your
Yeah, you could do
videos,
that.
and I will strip your streaming rights.
Obsolete is the one with power.
Obs, would you back me up on this?
It is a holy of holidays.
Yes, this is your holiday. So, if anybody... Obs?
We'll see what happens.
God damn it! Just fucking agree with me! Just once agree with me! Just fucking say it! Just say you're right, or yes, I concur, or something. Just agree! Once!
Calm down.
Do it!
Moving on.
No, moving on. No, we're not
We
moving.
have a lot
You
lined
guys should have
up.
like a jack-lantern contest or something.
He's not going to agree with you.
We'll see what happens. We're gonna have a lot lined up.
Is that true? You're not going to agree with me? Is that true? You're not going to agree with me?
He's not agreeing to not agree with you.
Shut up, Ring.
Remember when this used to be like a rant podcast?
Yeah.
Now it's an argument podcast.
We don't,
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right then.
All right, and this was never a rant podcast. Anyway,
That's about what I said.
Yeah.
is a topic of some sort? Or we just... Why don't we start over? Hi, everybody.
Oh,
Welcome
Last
to
of
Odds and
Us-
Ends Gaming.
Last of Us release date.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
That-
really?
I was super hyped about that.
February.
February 21st, to be exact, of next year.
Fucking...
There was a state of play just the other day from PlayStation, and they just unveiled a new Last of Us trailer, and goddamn, it had me going. It got me hyped. There's like the last 10 seconds of that trailer. It's like, holy shit! It got me. It's like, goddamn.
I
It's,
did not
what's his
see the
face?
trailer.
What was the male character's name?
Joel
Joel.
Epstein.
Yeah, I was more excited for Joel than I was for the chick.
Well, I'm not excited for this game because I love and I count the original Last of Us in my top 10, but I don't have a PS4. I only have a PS3, so I won't.
It'll be free.
I am sorry, man, but beep boop. You know.
Is it that?
Yes, it's that bad.
I didn't even say bad.
I mean, yeah, I don't even know what you're saying. You're, and the funny thing is that it doesn't even sound like it's distorted. It sounds like a completely different language. Like it sounds like you're
Auto-tune.
yeah, it's some kind of auto tune or
I
like
can sing now.
That's what all the modern singers do. They use nothing but auto-tune.
Oh.
Charlie bit me.
Anyway, Last of Us 2 though. That's gonna be great.
Yes.
Also gonna be free for PS Plus next month.
Yes, double yes. The first Last of Us is going to be for the PS Plus subscribers, like Carl said. It's going to be available, but then it should hold over some people until the part 2 comes out next year.
Well, again, sad. No PS4.
I am not going to hesitate getting that game. Let's say it right now. Like I said, watching that new trailer, and it's just like, holy shit. And yeah, I'm super hyped for this game.
It's definitely one of the greats. It is an amazing game.
I did not.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I did enjoy the first one. I have kind of sort of been looking for a second one, but I don't have a PlayStation 4 right now, so I really haven't. But I've been just keeping it on the radar. But I'd like to see how it evolves from the first game, because the first game was fairly brutal at some point.
This one was way more brutal.
It does. It does, especially with the way what's her face handles things at first.
What's her face?
On that first trailer.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's her
But
face?
I don't remember the bitch's name. All I know is Joe. Okay. Anyways,
Ellie.
Ellie.
Damn,
Okay.
the bitch's name.
Ellie Bish, or whatever her name is.
That's her name, Ellie Bitch. Miss Bitch, right this way.
Who's that artist that's like really not an artist, but she is, as certain people say so. Ellie
Fitzgerald?
Ellie
Zelda Fitzgerald.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Ellie Billish.
Billie Eilish?
That's her name from now on. Ellie Billish.
I don't know what's happening, but at any
I
rate.
don't think we ever got on the rails on this one. It was-
At any rate, okay, staying with The Last of Us, I would like to actually give my impression of this game, of the first one. So I'm going to actually take the reins of this conversation for a moment. And I want to say that the first Last of Us is actually one of the few PlayStation games the PlayStation 3 games that I actually beat. I have a decent collection of PlayStation games, but I've only ever beaten 2. The Last of Us being one of them, the other one being one of the Mortal Kombats. I don't even remember which one. But at any rate, The Last of Us immediately sucked me in from the time that I put it in. I remember putting in that disc just to try and see what it was about. intro took forever. Like the not the actual intro, but I'm talking about like the loading up. Like it took forever to actually load and get me to the menu. I was about ready to okay, screw this, and then finally it came up. And then from the moment that it started, it just was such a great game. The perspective, one of the most tragic moments in any game for anybody who has not played it. Spoilers ahead.
In the first 10 minutes?
The first 10 minutes, yeah, just everything is just so beautifully crafted from the beginning. It's like, your father, suddenly you get the sense of urgency from the outbreak. That's something that this game did really well that a lot of games don't do. A lot of games, zombie games or other types of, horror games like this kind of start you off from it, or they start you with jump scares. This one builds and mounts the tension, and it really knows how to put you in the middle of it, and it just I felt that was such a great cinematic game, and I just fell in love with it that I did not stop playing it. I didn't do it in one sitting, but I did not stop playing it until I beat it. And I freaking love that game. I love the character development, the relationship that builds between Ellie and Joel. You can definitely see how she, in the beginning, sort of resents him. It's kind of a love-hate thing.
It went both ways.
Yeah.
In regards to the resentment.
Yeah, and it you can see how they kind of start to build that relationship, almost like he puts a wall for himself because I guess he doesn't want to feel like he's replacing his daughter, but eventually he gives in, and it's just a really, really good game. I really loved the first Last of Us, and I would love to play the second one, but I don't know if that'll ever happen.
I have PS4.
Yes, yeah, that's the solution.
Well, I have a PS4. I will be getting that game, so we can
Borrow a
tackle it.
PS4.
Yeah, we'll get that situated.
But
It's gonna be a must play. It looks amazing.
Yes.
I agree. Like I said, I loved it, and it is definitely in my top 10 games of all time.
Yeah, I'm right there up with you. I have a real bad habit of starting a bunch of games, never finishing them. But The Last of Us was one of the few games that I've actually took the time to sit down, play the whole thing through, and the second one just looks absolutely phenomenal.
Well, there.
This is amazing.
Well, you raise a question. I got a question of the week coming later on in the episode, but I got a question for you guys now that just popped into my head. Name one game, and I already named The Last of Us, so I'll name another one. But name one game that you popped in and maybe didn't expect to get hooked on it so much and just took off with it. Like that you just played it and you didn't play anything else and you played it from beginning to end.
Spider-Man PS4, but I also knew it was gonna be great. But I
Each time.
platinum that thing.
No, wait, that was PlayStation 3. Sorry.
Yeah, but there's a Pizza Time reference, so it still counts.
The memes. I would say Minecraft. My friends were like, it's Minecraft, Minecraft, and I was like, I don't know, man, this doesn't catch my attention. And then
I'm like that with Minecraft. I've never picked it up.
that's because you don't, or you're an uncultured Philistine. But anyways,
You were just saying that you had the same thoughts.
this
How
was
can you?
back in like 2012 when it was the first thing coming out. And now you don't have an excuse to this. It's 2019, and current year arguments are always relevant. That being said,
It is as though I have slain 1,000 Philistines with the jawbone of an ass and had my eyes plucked out in vengeful retribution.
seems like an accurate description of yourself. But anyways, but I will say though that I first heard of the alpha way back when, right? And I was trying to, I'm like, well, no, this kind of. Well, my friend got me into it. She got me in a legal copy, and then I was.
Why
like,
would you
"Oh,"
say that here?
Because I bought it afterwards.
FBI would.
Coming for him. Who's coming? For him?
FBI would like to know your location.
Because back then, everybody had a legal copy. So that's how Minecraft works. But as it came closer and closer to the full release, though, I enjoyed it more and more each time. And on rare occasion I play it, I still do.
Okay. Well, that's. I mean, I definitely respect Minecraft for its place in history of gaming because I know it basically created that completely destructive environment. Voxel buildings and whatnot, and
Where the world
without.
is actually
You
yours.
respect
Yeah,
it?
I respect it because
Did you know that there would be no Fortnite without Minecraft?
that's why I
Right.
respect it. Now, there would be no 7 days. There would be no Empyrean. That's why I'm saying that basically Minecraft did pave the way for all these other games. The Forest, Fortnite, Empyrean, 7 Days to Die, which is one of my favorites.
Actually, that's a lie. Fortnite probably would still have been around, but it would have been the original Fortnite.
Well, I don't know. I just took your word for it. Why?
It was
Why you trick me?
Because it's fun.
the multiplayer version is the free version, which is ironically the better version.
Let's just say any of the modern day survival crafting games probably would not exist, or at least not in the same capacity that they do today, had it not been for Minecraft. So I will say that I respect the game. I will say that it deserves its accolades, but it holds no purchase for me. I really don't have any interest in it. So
Same. I've never played it. I've never. I don't know.
It's fun.
I'll stick to 7 days, but I don't know.
I
It's
did
just never.
I burned it down.
you don't say.
Um, I'd say to answer your question right now for me, I'm torn between either Dying Light or The Division. Uh, Dying Light's zombies, but I've played my share of zombie games, and I've just kind of like, yeah, it kind of held my attention for a little bit, but then I just kind of rolled past them. But then Dying Light was one I actually sat through the whole time, trying to do all the side missions, I didn't platinum it, but I did finish the game. I was going out of my way to do all the different challenges to complete it, all the like little parkour challenges, and same thing with The Division. It wasn't a shooter, and it's like, granted, the story's not too long, but it was another game that I saw through to get complete with all the customizations with your gear, armor, all that good stuff. And
Cool.
yeah, those are, I guess, my two picks.
Robot Carl, if we can hear you clear enough to get an answer.
I said mine.
He gave his answer.
What was it?
Spider-Man.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was a brief answer. Yeah, that's right. I will say, if I can add one to The Last of Us on my behalf, a game that I never ever expected to get into as much as I did, because holy crap, did I get into this?
Jousting.
What?
Jousting.
I can make out what he's
No.
saying, but no.
Daniel Jousting.
Yes, I can. But anyway, no. I never expected to get into this game as much as I did, because holy crap, did it suck me in. And a funny story behind this game, I only got into it because of an episode of South Park. Anybody guess what it is?
World of Warcraft.
Yeah. I saw an episode of the World of Warcraft episode of South Park. This is when World of Warcraft was at its peak popularity. I saw this episode. I thought it was funny. They offered a trial of the game for like 30 days or something like that. So I decided, what the hell, I'll download it. And first thing, you're level 1, you're killing boars. I'm like, oh yeah, this is fun. But eventually, I don't know what it was. Started meeting people, making friends actually online, and I found out that other people were into it. I think Ring, you were in World of Warcraft before I was. I know Dan was. Kind of started convening on the same server, and eventually just got sucked into that game. And I dedicated about not 4, maybe 3 years of my life to it. Just fucking grinding and playing World of Warcraft. And yeah, that's one that I never expected to pick up and get into as much as I did.
Cool. I've never played it myself, but I know that that game has a huge following, especially the time you were playing it. I know that game was really the game, I guess, the online game. Isn't that when it surpassed Counter-Strike?
I think at some point. I know that fucking people were suing Blizzard because they were losing their husbands and shit. Like they were all. I remember reading a story about all kinds of divorces going on because their husbands were fucking stuck in World of Warcraft. That and like people were actually going into financial ruin because they would buy gold online, which you're not supposed to do. This is before.
And just as a reminder to our fans here, that a company is not liable for individual personal decisions that is not directly affected by the game.
Thank you, Mr. Corporate
Okay.
Ringleader. I don't know why that disclaimer was necessary, but okay, thank
Because you may give people ideas. 'Cause
He's on the payroll.
you. Right. Dude, I remember people sued fucking Bethesda for fucking Skyrim. But yeah, they do that shit. Like there was a back then there were like gold farmers that would spend all their time farming nothing but gold, and then they would sell it online. It's not like it is today where you can actually, where it basically has, the online currency that you can buy, or the loot boxes and shit. Back then
Microtransactions.
exactly, the microtransactions were not really there. You had to earn your gold in game, but you could buy it from these people through essentially illegal transactions, and
It's an honest living.
people were doing this and like going into financial ruin. Like they'd be like, man, I had this badass World of Warcraft character. I'm decked out in tier 28 gear and this and that. I got all the mounts. I got all the fucking armor. Fuck, I lost my house. It's just how it was. And I know people do this all the time. Like I remember hearing about people suing Bethesda over Skyrim. Some guy lost his job because he didn't go to work because he spent all his time playing Skyrim. I will agree with Ring. Like, what the fuck, people? But yeah.
No.
No?
Interesting. So that was your other addition to the question.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the game that that sucked me in, and yes, people, and I will say that actually maybe I shouldn't say. Never mind.
Say it.
Nothing. I was gonna say that I parted with my character. I'll leave it at that. My old World of Warcraft character, I parted with
He
him.
made some fan fiction with it.
Oh my god, that is. All right, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. You guys keep bringing it up. Fine. I'm gonna get ready for story time with us because I'm gonna read you my entire fan
Oh
fiction.
God, no.
You can
So-
make another segment where you can do that at a later time.
No,
right now
Yeah,
we're keep the
later
shit.
time.
No, we're doing this right now. So
It'll be part of
Salvation,
the horror.
a Half-Life Mass Effect universe fan fiction. Chapter 1,
Did he have
Vengeful-
it pulled up?
Vengeful Lament.
I'm pretty sure he's pulling us off of his head right now.
It didn't take long for the tears to well up in her eyes as she wept over her now lifeless father. Dad!
Moving on.
Dad! Oh God, Dad!
No.
Despite all the
Okay.
lives he had seen lost to this
You can
accursed
make a whole other
rebellion,
segment where you can do
none had
your-
pained
your
the armored
stuff
cat
in an
figure
hour, but you have to
beside
do
her
that now.
more than this. So desperately he wanted at that moment to
No.
give her the comfort she needed, but nothing he could do or say
He
would
just
bring
really
her back.
wanted Shepard's cock.
Well, this is
All right,
the show's taking a turn.
viewers, would you like to have my
No.
fanfiction narrated? Leave a comment below.
Anywho, there's on the unrelated wrestling topic, there's going to be a new Monday Night War going on fairly soon.
Monday Night Wars.
Yes, if anyone's old enough or recalls the Monday Night Wars between WCW and WWF back in the day when now WWE don't want to get sued.
World Wildlife Foundation.
Yes.
I like the one with the panda and the steel chair.
Yes.
That's a great shirt. I want that shirt.
But apparently there's a new independent wrestling organization, AEW Wrestling.
All
with,
Elite Wrestling.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
So they're the ones that are coming up. It's Cody Rhodes, the
Young
I'm
Bucks,
pretty sure. Yeah, you probably know more familiar with
Kenny Omega, Hangman Page.
Jericho.
There's
Made
a lot
the
of-
I saw Jericho.
Jericho's the champion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's the champion.
Dude, that guy's
Right.
that still got it.
They are getting ready to make their premiere. I think October 2nd, fairly
Mhm.
soon. They're gonna
Next
do their
Wednesday.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, next Wednesday, and then shortly after they announced that, coincidence, WWE is like, oh well, we're gonna put NXT on Wednesdays on that same exact day at the same exact
Mhm.
time to
Mhm.
compete.
Fucking Tony Schiavone's in there too. You, the commentator from WCW.
Yeah.
Garrison.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
surprised that JR was there. It's like
JR, holy
his
shit, yeah.
voiceover. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Also, Cody has his brother Goldust there, going by Dustin.
Oh, he made the jump too.
Yep.
Damn.
I'm hoping that they the best time to be a wrestling fan was during a Monday Night War. And let's face it, competition breeds better products. Look at the bit wars between Sega and Nintendo. You know, those were some of the best times to be gamers.
Is that what they called it?
They called it the bit wars.
Tell me more, Grandpa.
Well, pull up a chair, Sonny. I'll tell you about the Cola Wars. A time
All
when
right, Grandpa, back into the home. Anyway, wrestling. Yeah, that's gonna be great. I love it.
But you
Just
told me to tell you more.
Shut up, Grandpa, or we're gonna pull the plug.
Wow.
Anyway.
But yeah, that's been pretty cool. Gonna be completely honest, I fell out of touch with wrestling a long time ago. Ever since, like you said, with that lack of competition and Vince kind of running WWE into the ground.
Well, I had an interesting theory on the WWE actually. They
Rip WCW.
What?
I said rip WCW.
Oh, okay. No, but I actually had. So it's no secret to at least anybody who does follow wrestling in the slightest that WWE has long since surpassed the Attitude Era, and lately they've been in what they call the PG era. And I kind of feel like I know why. I feel like Vince took us from kids. When we were kids, we watched the Federation era. You know, we watched the Doink the Clowns, and we watched the cartoony characters. Yes, we watched the cartoon characters. Coco Beware. You know, the Nasty Boys, the original Heart Foundation. You know, the Hulk Hogan. You know, the Eat Your Vitamins, Say Your Prayers. You know, Macho Man, and you know, we watched these and we grew up with them. As we grew up, we became adults and we started abandoning the cartoons. You know, we stopped watching cartoons. We started watching more edgier stuff. So obviously, the product itself had to evolve. It, you know, the Monday Night Wars did, you know, have a big part in evolving that. But also, as we grew up, the wrestling had to grow up with us. So I think a lot of people who have stayed loyal wrestling fans are probably now about our age. They're in their 30s or 40s, and I think Vince decided, you know what, it's time to target a brand new audience. So I'm going to revert it back to a PG era, go back somewhat to the cartoonishness to grow up again, basically start the cycle anew, grow up again with the new generation of fans and followers, you know, and eventually
Even though
Vince McMahon sucks the blood of the youth.
It's interesting to see though that WWE divas still, you know, basically shower on stage. Still,
No, you
even
don't.
though-
shower on stage.
Have you seen wrestling?
What?
Yeah.
There's none of that crap anymore. It's the whole women's revolution shit now. There's none of that.
I don't think I've ever seen them
When was the last time
shower
you
on
watched
stage.
wrestling?
Was
That
that
was
what
about
Sable was on?
About 2 years ago.
Was it Sable and Terry Reynolds?
Yeah, last really
Was it a
hot thing we
longer
had was,
rematch?
Medusa, Alundra Blaze.
the last hot thing we had was like Edge and Lita banging in the middle of a stage.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit. Fucking Lita and Dean Malenko with socks on in the bed.
I see.
Yeah, wrestling.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm saying no, there haven't been like TNA for wrestling chicks in like a while. There's one or two that'll do it, but it's not like it was. It's not the glory days.
They still have their skimpy outfits and whatnot, but yeah, they're pushing for a lot more women's revolution. You know, that we're superstars. We're not just eye candy. You know, that's
They're no
what they're.
longer divas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's no longer the diva title.
yeah, they cut all that crap.
But I see what you're saying.
But
I disagree.
Okay.
I think what it boils down to is just money and ratings. It's
Mhm.
like, because if you, with the raunchiness of the Attitude Era with so much TNA and bra and panty matches, that's just doesn't fly today a lot.
Am I giving Vince McMahon too much credit? You think?
A little bit.
Well,
Yes.
because again, it boils down to ratings. Now I think we had talked about the other day that it's no longer necessarily a private company. There's shareholders, there's stocks, there's sponsorship from like
There's
Snickers.
Saudi money.
Corporate
Yeah.
culture took over.
There's all that too. So it's back when it was just his thing to run, then yeah, you can do whatever. But now that you have the other people to answer to, there's ratings, there's demographics. You can't be too raunchy because then said sponsors not going to be a part of us. So
How
again,
the fuck did Vince McMahon not get Me Too'd?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, he's done this shit like on fucking camera, like in character.
I guess,
and
right? He was like, I put it out there. What the fuck is
it's like he wasn't Vince McMahon. He was Mr. McMahon. You know, it's the character. It's not. But you're right. How the hell?
I think again, in the end, it just boils down to money, and that's what it is right now. It's like we have to be PG, you have to be polite. Because I know you're saying like the cycle with the viewers and all that, but I mean, kids these days, they're watching Rick and Morty, they're watching Mr. Pickles, they're watching
Kids these
these,
days.
these cartoons that are extremely
Ah, these
raunchy.
kids
And
these
then-
days. When I was a youth, I used to watch Gumby.
Get off my lawn!
Oh, you
I'm
damn
the
kids!
youngest one here, just to let everyone know.
I came here to kick ass and chew bubble gum.
I turned
And
26
I'm
last
all out of
Saturday.
teeth.
Happy
How,
Libert.
how old are you?
26.
You just said it.
I just turned 26
I
last
didn't
Saturday.
hear him because S here just kept talking while he was trying to tell me. So, you know.
Last Saturday was my birthday.
Happy birthday.
There.
Thanks.
Yes.
I'm 34.
Oh my god.
I feel old.
So, wait,
What?
nothing.
Yes, ma'am?
No, I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
Good.
At any rate, yeah, I think you got a point, Obs. I think I give Vince McMahon a little too much credit. It was just a theory that kind of popped into my head. I was thinking, what if it's basically trying to do it all over again?
Yeah.
Start.
It just boils down to money.
Yeah.
Very simple. And then we'll see what happens next year because the XFL is supposed to roll out again.
Oh, that's
God.
the stupidest. It's like, man, this felt horribly the first time. We didn't believe enough in it, or I don't know why he would think that it would.
Hopefully it takes off, takes all his attention, and Triple H can run the shit. Because Triple H was running NXT, and it was pretty great when he was doing it.
Did Vince take that away from him now?
I think so, because it's on actual TV now. And Vince is like, this is my domain.
I've heard he's big. He's back in a much bigger capacity. For a while, he had just been kind of off to the sidelines. Vince McMahon, I mean. But I guess he's back in
Back in
the
black.
saddle. Back in the saddle. But well, we'll see what happens because if there really is, I doubt. I will say my last thought on this topic. I will say that I do believe. Or I should say, I don't believe that we're gonna see another Monday Night War. I feel like Vince McMahon is just too pumped.
You not hear me?
Yeah, okay, now you're coming out, Carl, but
Damn it.
Wow,
what you were
wow,
just saying
wow.
right now kind of blocked out.
I wish. Why is my internet fucking up now? This is like something I'm really into. Damn it. Anyway, fucking. This all started with Bullet Club. Can you hear that?
I heard
This
that.
is- I don't fucking know. Anyway, and that was just huge, like stupid huge. You can't go anywhere without seeing a Bullet Club shirt, like NWO back in the day.
I remember the NWO shirts everywhere.
Yeah, that was them. And then they fucking took off from that shit and started this AEW All Elite stuff. So if anyone's doing it, it's them, and we'll see how it goes.
I believe so because I've just seen some of the promotion stuff for this Cody Rhodes, but he has to go by Cody. Was saying that we're gearing towards the adult crowd, and they're not meaning raunchy TNA. It's like no, it's like we want what wrestling should be for adults. None of this stuff you're seeing on WWE. It's like we're gonna cater to the adult crowd.
The Occult, damn! Damn! Now that'd be a sick
cool.
wrestling fucking. I cast a spell on you and he fucking does a suplex. Now that's a fucking wrestling I can get
They're gonna
into.
bring back Papa Shango.
Undertaker, fucking Papa Shango, damn, Finn Balor, all the fucking boogeyman. Do
Have you
these
guys
two
seen
work?
The Fiend? No, anybody?
No.
Okay.
But that
You know
could-
who Bray Wyatt is?
I know who Bray Wyatt
Yeah.
is, yeah.
It's his new character.
Is it?
It's fun.
But I could definitely get into occult wrestling. But anyway, yeah, the adult is what you were trying. Yeah, I think it can be really good, and from what I did see the promos and stuff, I'm looking forward to it as well. But I honestly don't believe that there's at this point in time. It'd be like somebody challenging Disney. For a while, DreamWorks tried and they were doing all right, but they've kind of fallen into a slump, and Disney's
But
just out of
I don't
control
know,
now.
AEW has some pretty good financial backing.
We'll see. I'm not saying I hope it doesn't. I hope it does, because that could really breathe some new life into wrestling. But I don't know. I have my doubts. But that's the last thought I have on that.
So that was my topic. Anyone have any topics I want to bring to the table?
How about a question of the week?
Okay.
I got one that I'd like to save for in October.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Right now, okay. Bless you.
Before I go robotic again, you guys were talking about Rob Zombie movies last week,
Yes.
and the fucking clown, as you said last week, Captain Spaulding said Hag died. So
Yes.
remember, you guys were talking about that last week. So I'm gonna bring the room down for once, and yeah, everyone gets sad about that.
Well, may he rest in peace.
Indeed, he was supposed to be at the Comic-Con this weekend, and then I went to that, and then
Really?
he wasn't there because he was busy dying.
Yeah, trying to stay alive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, he died on my birthday.
You just
I was a fan.
stop making light of his death. He was busy dying. It's like,
Hey, I was a fan.
well, I
I
mean,
say it in the utmost respect. He wasn't busy living, so either one or the other.
may he rest. Oh my God, he wasn't busy living. You know what?
Lost in Shawshank.
That's true. You're either one of three things. You're either busy living, busy dying, or busy being dead.
Or trying to live.
Well, that'd be busy living.
I guess so.
But
Rest in peace, Captain
Yeah.
fucking Spaulding.
he was a great clown.
He was a good clown.
But on that note, I did see Three from Hell. We were talking about last week that I was gonna see it, but I did see it now.
How was it?
It was good. I liked it. I don't want to give too much away in regards to the movie, but it was pretty good. It's kind of interesting seeing the movie such a gap in between the films.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, all the characters kind of aged a bit, and not going to give anything too much away. But yeah, Captain Spaulding was in it. His role was very brief. Obviously, you can think probably for obvious reasons, but that did kind of that
But
kind of
at least the voice or the actor got his thing in before he died.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
last role.
he did. He had one last hurrah, but it was pretty cool, and the movie itself was pretty good. I check it out if anyone's a big fan of the previous films. It's right up there along the same line. And
Is it a must-see on theaters, or would Blu-ray be fine?
what's if you're
It's getting one more night in theaters.
Big-
but
big-
there's also a day the Blu-ray comes out.
Big screen, failing theaters. I
I
don't
would
know.
see it in theaters just to see it in theaters because, especially, I'm pretty sure people are gonna go more so just because of Captain Spaulding, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think it was pretty cool when when we saw it. It was a double feature. It was Devil's Rejects, and then it led right into Three from Hell. So that was pretty.
That's super sweet. Also, I'm really pissed about my internet because I'm a big fucking Rob Zombie mark. So, like, I don't know if you guys can still hear me or not.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm a big fan of a third of his movies. I was going to say most, but that would be a lie. Has anyone seen Lord of Salem? That's fucking weird.
Yeah,
No.
I was. I have to rewatch it now. Just that's been a while to revisit. But yeah, that was kind of.
I saw Lord of Salem in a movie theater with an old lady like way on the other side and just me. I was like, "You-"
Like slowly, you two started making your way to each other. Like each one of you just started like when it got dark.
What's happening? I don't know. Is this dementia kicking in? I hope not, because I'm fucking like 14. I don't know. I don't remember how old I was when that movie came out. It was fucking weird.
So one movie I did enjoy a while back, right? I think it was an Exorcist film.
One of
but-
The Exorcist or The Exorcist?
No, it's an Exorcist-like film.
Oh, an Exorcist.
I think it was after because I think Anthony Hopkins was in it. Hold on, I gotta look real quick. Yeah, it was. Hold on. And what it was an infestation of sorts, or
Another type of possession movie.
yeah.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the name off the top of my head.
Give me a moment, I'll find out for sure in a moment here. Because I'm pretty sure it was Anthony Hopkins.
Yes, he was like the preacher.
Yeah, like a retired exorcist that was kind of extreme, right?
Yeah.
The Right.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
what it was. The Right. That was a while back, like 2011. But like it was an American exorcist in training, and
I don't know why I wanted you to say an American Exorcist in London. I'm sorry. Go on.
No, you're cool. Um, it was like the whole, like the American assistant training was like there, and like you encountered a situation which required the supervision of a senior exorcist, which was Anthony Hopkins. Not the same, whatever. And I thought it was interesting. I wouldn't clarify as it being horror, but it was pretty gnarly at some points.
Yeah, that's the
More
way it's branded.
more like suspense thriller, probably, right? Than horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not such a broad genre. There's like spooky and creepy, and then like comedy horror.
Scary stuff.
And there's movies that claim to be horror, but they're just absolutely so fucking bad. It's just a comedy.
Fucking shopping mall.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I'm sorry, Carl, but you're breaking up.
Still breaking up.
Wow.
Still breaking up.
What?
Damn it.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Hey, did you
how
ever
about
see a
Killer
movie
Clowns
called
from Outer Space?
Wish Upon?
You know what I envision? Hang on, I gotta say this. I gotta get this out.
Say Killer Clowns. Do it.
I envision right now, Carl, like that dude from Star Wars Episode 2, the Clone Wars.
What?
You know the Techno region or whatever the fuck he says. You have the full support of the Techno Alliance or whatever the hell. You know what I'm talking about, right, Ring?
Yeah, I know. Wap Tambor or Tam.
Whatever.
Tommy?
Yeah.
One more time. No, like I can envision you sitting there.
I think that's Wap Tambor. But anyways, yes, I know you're talking about. He has mechanized voice for a little bit to readjust his.
Yeah,
output.
I can imagine you sitting there just twisting dials on your chest, and you like, yeah.
Anyway, Killer Clowns, as you were saying, Ring.
I never seen that movie, but I hear it's pretty gnarly.
It's funny. It's on YouTube for free.
I believe it's also on other platforms. But
Probably.
yeah, it's out there.
It's a funny movie.
It's a bad movie, but like now it's like a huge cult classic.
I remember seeing it on Sunday nights on Channel 5.
Yeah. Supposedly it's supposed to be getting a show now.
What?
Not
Ew.
What the fuck?
soon, yeah. But they're supposed to be making it into a show.
The Killer Clowns are back. Well, with the popularity of it, I'm sure that's what kind of brought it back. As a matter of fact, that's why they made the original. Is fucking shows.
What? Killer Clowns. And they're right outside your door?
Ah!
Shit.
Speaking of clowns, anyone looking forward to Joker?
We live in a society.
This is true. What's your point?
He doesn't. You are so unenlightened on memes.
Okay, so that is a contradiction in terms. A person who's enlightened in memes. That's a contradiction.
Unenlightened.
You cannot be enlightened and be into memes. Okay, you shut up. That's my.
Man.
I postulate this.
No,
okay?
you do not, because you do not understand the concept of a meme. But anyways,
I understand the concept of a meme.
no, you don't, because you
I
don't
know
understand a single meme that's out there.
I know what a meme is.
And then you're like, oh, what is this? Oh, this stuff is so silly. And it's like, well, this is something that the normal everyday man that is able to comprehend memes can observe.
The everyday man. The troll was more like it. Anyway, where was
Are you making fun of our audience to say that they're all trolls?
I'm calling you a troll, and you've admitted that you're a troll.
Not in this sense, though.
But you've admitted in the past.
You do not need to be a troll to understand memes, because there's no. Trolling.
You're just a troll, okay? And I don't mean like an internet troll. I mean like the one that lives under the bridge and has the freaking big nose and green skin. I've met you in person.
How is this relevant to the Joker movie coming out?
I don't know. That was a top. Oh, that's right.
I said that. I forgot.
He does say that, right?
Yeah, I did.
We live in a society.
That's why, because he said that, and I
Stop. It's a vicious cycle.
No, but anyway, I can take it or leave it. I mean, if I get to watch it, great. But I mean, I'm not like super hyped about it.
Well, that looks interesting.
It does. I need to see more of it. I only saw like the first trailer and then like all the leaked footage of like the very beginning before the first trailer ever came out, where like it was like the phone camera of like the Joker being recorded in the subway or whatever. But
Phone camera. I thought this took place in like the 70s.
no, but like when in the making of the movie, like there was a bunch
Oh,
of leaked footage.
okay. I was like, I thought there was a scene like with somebody
Yeah,
filming
no,
it.
not the actual scene, but there was like a bunch of leaked footage of like, oh, this is a so and so's doing the Joker, Joaquin Phoenix is doing the Joker, but then I haven't seen any of the new trailers. It looks interesting. I don't know, like I'm not sure the continuity of them jumping around with this. It's supposed to be like a origin story, I guess, of the Joker, but then I'm not sure exactly where this.
I'm concerned not an origin story, but just a standalone.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if he'll ever cross paths with Batman or anything.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Batman's like a kid or something. I'm not sure. Either way, it looks different.
Yeah, it looks interesting, but I'm not like man, I gotta see this or anything like that. At least me personally. Again, you need to adjust your nipples there.
wow.
I mean, you get it, right?
Anyway.
He sounds like he's trying to tune a tuba now. Anyway, I got a question of the week here from Mike. It's something different. If you guys want to answer it,
Sure.
I don't.
okay. So I guess we're not doing that. So I guess that's gonna wrap it up.
Do it then.
All right.
I wanted
So
to see what you say if I said no.
his question of the week is, what game can you just not beat? Like either because of the fact that you've gone to it and you've never been able to beat it, or because of the fact because you've just gotten so engrossed in other stuff that you never made it to the ending. I'll give you his answer real quick, and then I'll give you mine to give you time to think about it. But his answer is Morrowind. He says, I have logged over 900 hours in that RPG and I have never beaten it yet. I've just been too busy exploring every inch of it, plus the main story was kind of weak to me. So, yeah, for whatever reason, what game have you just never been able to beat? And if you want my answer is actually Super Mario Brothers. I've never beaten the original Super Mario Brothers. And I've tried a few times, but either I get frustrated with later levels, and I've been wanting to do a playthrough without like going through warp zones and whatnot, like do the whole completion. And I've actually tried going through through it, and I eventually die or get game over, and I've just never been able to beat the original Mario Brothers. So that's my answer.
Secret of Mana.
Hey, you mentioned that game. You said we should have a playthrough on that. I remember you mentioned bringing that up.
Yeah, there is a version on Steam, which can be 3-player.
We should do that at some point.
Yeah, it's pricey though, so I'll have to invest in that.
Ah. But so you've never? Is it just too difficult, or didn't take the time?
It's hard to finish because the game is so fucking long. I just never got to the point of beating it. I got like 70% through on an emulator, but it just takes a long time to beat.
Cool. Obs, Robo Carl.
For me, I would say, like I kind of said earlier, I think the list is shorter for me for the games I've actually completed opposed to the games I actually
Start.
Yep. Because I can start a bunch of games, but then I get a habit of like I get a game, then I'll buy a new game, then I'll buy a new game, and then I'll play said game for a moment until the next game comes out, and then I don't stop playing.
Rest in peace, Days Gone.
Oh, I'm still gonna play that.
I forgot about
This
that.
is coming from the guy who has yet to finish Doom.
Hey, I'm working on it. All right. I had.
It's such a fucking simple game, dude. That's like there's no excuse.
Doom's so easy. Doom 2's coming out.
I have more games finished on the channel under my belt than you guys do, so no fucking shit talking. Go back to the question, goddamn.
No.
Back to the question. What's your answer?
No.
But like for me, like I'll say maybe Fallout 4, just because I was playing that game. I got super sucked into all the side missions, and I just kept getting so engrossed into all the side missions, building up all the
Oh
settlements.
my god! So I just came across something on Steam. Do you remember how there was that whole anime thing of KFC?
Yes.
It turns out KFC actually made an anime-style dating game called "I Love You, Colonel Sanders." The official KFC game.
You just
I know
complete.
the next anime game Asp is playing.
No.
I love you, Colonel Sanders, a fingered looking good dating simulator.
You guys completely cut off Hobbs.
Did I?
Yes, you were saying his thoughts.
Did I? Did I took you off?
A little bit, yeah.
He agreed with me,
Hey, got one.
dude.
Technically, Ring asked the question.
But you concurred what I said. You.
No, because Ring asked the question, I answered Ring's question.
I got way too overexcited about that.
Dude.
But that's interesting about the KFC. But yeah, my pick, I guess I'll go Fallout 4 for the quick answer. Is just I played it. I still haven't installed. I just have not gone back to it yet. But yes, that's my pick.
Carl, you're Robo still.
I'll give him a moment.
Yeah.
While you collect yourself, Carl. I'm sorry. What was your game, real quick, again, Ring?
I linked it in the group chat.
Okay, cool.
No, his game that he didn't finish was Secret of Mana.
Secret Mana, yeah.
I still can't hear a thing he's saying. But anyway, he said that the next anime game that I was going to be playing on the channel was Colonel Sanders, whatever, and that is not the case. Actually, I have picked up an anime game at the request of one of our viewers. Death the Fox Goddess made a special request that I play a game called Corpse Party, which is like an anime horror game. So that's actually going to be part of the lineup for Oddities and Entrails. And it is like an anime game, so that is something that I am actually playing. So, Fox, if you're listening, I hopefully you'll be tuning in for that. And Caro has dropped from the call.
Did he?
Yeah.
Back in a moment.
He
Anyways,
must be needed at the nuclear power plant.
See, the Techno Alliance needs him.
I may end up playing I Love You, Colonel Sanders after Halloween.
Yeah, I would. The novelty of it is definitely something that's interesting. I'd watch you play that. I'll definitely tune in and watch that. But don't want to do too much without our Robo Carl here. So I think we're at a pretty good stopping point. What do you guys think?
Oh, he's not even online. I was trying to see if I can invite him into this, but I think he's completely dropped.
Well, I mean, we got a question of the week out. I think we had some pretty good topics. I think it's a good stopping point. I do want to say one thing for our past few Shoot the Shit Saturdays. We had started doing something and we haven't been able to do it lately. What we were doing is we were promoting fellow YouTubers and channels and things of that nature, as well as indie games, which is something we'll need to get back to as well. But as far as YouTubers and whatnot, for anybody who's watching and listening, if you guys got a shout out that you want us to do, by all means, let us know. We're happy to give a shout out to fellow YouTubers, fellow upstart people that are just starting out with their channels as well. So let us know. Leave a comment below if you have things that you want to discuss. If you want us to discuss, give us a questions of the week. Feel free to comment on that below. But that's pretty much all that I got. You guys got anything else? Okay. Ops.
The last quick tidbit of information, that random fact, I guess, is Fallout has once again have had another debacle in regards to Fallout 76 as of late.
What now?
Apparently there is a promotional wearable Nuka-Cola power armor helmet that was being sold at GameStop. They have to actually do a recall of said helmet because it's been not conducted, but it's been getting mold in the helmets.
What the fuck?
Yes, and this helmet's not cheap. It's like $150. So
How does that even happen? What's it made out of?
I don't
Todd
know.
Howard, he done it again.
So yeah.
Like what did? Well, how the hell's it get? Like, are people just wearing it nonstop that it gets all sweaty and like funky inside, and then they?
Well, dude, it did that way if exposed to certain elements. If it doesn't have to be like worn.
Well, no,
Sometimes it
I'm.
just- listen. Certain wearable pieces of gear are supposed to have some sort of covering or protection to prevent molding from occurring. And if more than likely they cheaped out on the manufacturing process, which then enabled the stuff to mold up under very little duress.
So yeah,
Well,
that's what's going on.
that's
in
still
regards
crazy.
to 76 again, with just another debacle. Just in regards to this, again, it's like $150 helmet that was promoting 76, and then it's just like yeah,
They just can't get it right.
No, but that's my last tidbit for this episode.
Oh, actually, look at what the hell this looks like. Actually, it looks pretty cool. Getting mold, though, that's messed up, but it looks kind of cool. Alright. Well, I think that's about all we have. And I think we can call it a night, call it a day. What you guys think?
Yeah, I think we're at a good stopping point.
Alright. Well, I will play us out, so to speak. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining us for Shoot the Shit Saturday. Stay tuned because coming up this coming week, we will be beginning, Jesus Christ, we will be beginning our oddities and entrails, which is something that I'm very much looking forward to.
Yes.
All month long. It's gonna be nothing but horror games, scary games to some capacity. Even our Shoot the Shits will see that. So it's something that we're very eager for. So be sure to stay tuned for that, and it'll be starting as early as October 1st. So thank you for joining us here today. For anybody who liked what you saw, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave comments below. But most importantly, settle down. Have a great one.
No.
Okay, well, don't have a great one.
Settle down.
Later.